Yo, what's up? It's Drew. Today I want to talk about mindset and a little bit about pride. Yeah, let's get straight into it. In mindset, the things that helped me over these last few months, being by myself, I started to get into reading more. I got a lot of books. Of course, to change my mind about money, I got Rich Dad, Poor Dad, changed my ways of just thinking in general. I got, the magic of thinking. Let me check, bro, it basically breaks down the thought processes, and some of them were excuse-itis, procrastination, how to get past that, fears, what types of fears, and what you need to do to get past those fears, and just overall how to think with a wider view on life, not even just a financial situation, but definitely life. And when I was reading that book, it just dawned on me how much I was procrastinating and how much I was using, how many excuses I had. And nigga, I had a lot. I still using excuses, but I come to a realization. Whenever I say it, I be like, well, no, that's an excuse. I was like, all right, well, instead of me making an excuse, don't look at the problem, just figure out a solution. And once you focus on the solution instead of the problem, I felt that to be a much more effective way to get past using excuses. Procrastination, for me, what helped me with that is just keeping myself motivated, because I recognize that if I'm not motivated, I will procrastinate for hours, bro. Like, the entire day will be full of procrastination. Like, I'll start it, and then I'll go do something else, and then I'll realize, all right, let me go back, because I procrastinated, so let me go back, and then I'll do something else before I go back to doing it, and I'll be like, damn, now the whole day is wasted, for real, because I basically procrastinated the whole entire day. But keeping myself motivated by just either reading more and getting more ideas, controlling my environment, because I realize that when I am in too big of a space, like, that keeps me looking around for stuff, and I just see something. If people are like around, like, I can't be in a creative state and somebody is like, this is for me. I can't be in a creative state and somebody's just there. Like, I'm like, because now I don't know, this is just my personal preference that I need to be alone when I'm in some sort of creative state, because I'll procrastinate. And sometimes if somebody is in the room, it'll just like affect my whole attention. Like, I'll just be worried about what they're doing, and it has nothing to do with me at all. They'll just be there, and I'll just be like in that whole ordeal for like 30 minutes or so. But yeah, just staying by myself, staying in like compact, confined spaces. I know that sounds weird, but I don't know, I feel like smaller spaces give me like less things or less space to venture my attention to. Like, when I'm in a smaller space, my focus is narrowed. My vision is still wide, but my focus is narrowed, only because of not what I see, but what's not available to me, if that makes sense. Another thing that helps me stay motivated is just going outside and feeling the sun. That might sound a little like I say, grand rising in the morning or some shit, but no, nature just, the sun, not even nature itself, because sometimes I don't even like the grass, but the sun in general just gives me a lot more energy, other than when I'm just like sitting somewhere cooped up with no freaking, just stuck in that space. I just feel stuck when I just gotta get out. That's a reason why I like to go outside, is because when I'm sitting in a space too long, it just starts to feel uncomfortable. And I mean, I know uncomfortable means growth, but sometimes I'll be like, man, it gives me bad thoughts, like negative. I start to think negative. I start to feel trapped, and it just doesn't feel right to me. Like I need to be moving in order to keep everything in a flow state. You know, like I said, I mean, I have a few books, The Magic of Thinking Big, and I got books in the areas that I feel I want to be advanced in and excel in, which are acting books. I have a few books on techniques. I got mindset books, Thinking Bigger, like I said, The Magic of Thinking Big. I have financial books, such as Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and that's one everybody knows. Hopefully everybody knows, and everybody should get into. Also, I got the 48 Laws of Power. I seen that on TikTok, and I was like, man, let me read that, because I don't know, it just sounded interesting. So yeah, just reading more, changing your environment, definitely. Me personally, I may have, and it wasn't even on purpose. I feel like I just felt it was needed for me to grow. May have like slightly burnt a few bridges, but not intentionally, if that makes sense. So it wasn't really my intent to do what has already been done. But like I was saying before, pride, you know, it was giving me a false state of self, and I didn't know who or what I was doing, because in that specific moment, I wasn't me, if that makes sense. I wasn't me. It was not even on the like spiritual things, but it just wasn't me. Something overcame me, whether it was anger or betrayal or just unsatisfaction, like and maybe even feeling more superior than those, you know, just things that you shouldn't consume yourself with. And if you don't really acknowledge them yourself, then you'll definitely be consumed by those. So it's mostly important to find somebody who you can communicate with, because there's one person that I slightly burnt a bridge with that I could communicate with effectively to like with any topic, like, and that was the only person that I could do that with. But I was consumed by you know, a negative feeling or a negative entity, and it just consumed me, and I just, you know, I let it take its course, and now I'm in the process of trying to repair or trying to connect what has been disconnected. So hopefully I can follow through with that, but nevertheless, make sure you have somebody that you can communicate with, because from personal experience, if you don't have that person to communicate with, or those people, then your mind will definitely, trust and believe me, your mind will definitely start to play tricks on you, and you'll think of the people that want nothing but the best for you. You'll see them as enemies, and not enemies per se, but like people who don't have your best interests. But in reality, that's just pride or ego consuming you. So yeah, most definitely have somebody to communicate your thoughts with, so you can have a whole different perspective, not just your own, because sometimes you can lie to yourself, and when you lie to yourself, it just complicates things a whole lot more, and it just makes things worse. But that's tough. And this is pretty self-explanatory, and I'm pretty sure you've heard it more than one time. So like, I'm just restating what I've been told. That's pretty much it. But somebody might hear it from me and actually start doing it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. For this vid, it's Drew, and I'll see y'all in the next one.